Welcome to the Bookworm Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started. Today, we are strapping in for a serious adrenaline rush. We are cracking open Quantum Tempest,
Oh, yeah.
the latest high-octane thriller from the Oregon Files universe. This one comes from Mike Maden, continuing the legacy of the legendary Clive Cussler.
And honestly, thriller feels like a bit of an understatement for this one. I mean, it's more like a masterclass in naval tactics mixed with a cautionary tale about future tech.
Right.
If you're a fan of the series, you know the drill. But for anyone new, we have to talk about the star of the show, the ship itself.
The Oregon. I love this concept so much. It is the ultimate sleeper agent.
Totally.
If you were walking down a dock and saw this thing, you'd probably, I don't know, check your tetanus booster status just looking at it.
Hey, right. It looks like a rusty, decrepit lumber hauler that's about 2 days from the scrapyard.
Peeling paint, rust streets.
Exactly. Maybe some garbage piled on the deck for effect. It's all designed to be invisible, but inside.
Oh, inside it's a completely different world.
Yeah. We're talking about a vessel that rivals the most advanced destroyers in the U.S. Navy. It's got a Cray supercomputer, magnetic propulsion drives that are, completely silent.
And enough weaponry to level a small country.
A small island nation, at least, and 5-star luxury cabins.
Let's not forget the creature comforts. It's run by The Corporation, a private military company led by Juan Cabrillo. They're mercenaries, but they're the good kind.
Yeah, we take the jobs the government can't admit to. They operate in the gray areas.
And in Quantum Tempest, that gray area turns pitch black pretty fast.
It really does. The central hook here is, well, it's terrifyingly plausible. It's a race against time to stop a drug lord from launching a weaponized artificial general intelligence, an AGI.
And we aren't talking about a chatbot that writes bad poetry. This is AGI capable of cracking the entire U.S. power grid.
Just imagine that.
The lights going out from New York to L.A., hospitals shutting down, air traffic control going dark. It's a civilization-ending threat.
For sure. But before we get to the sci-fi nightmare, the book actually grounds us in the past. It opens with a flashback, 1997.
Yes, we get to see a young Juan Cabrillo. And you have to picture this. He's got long surfer hair. He's wearing Birkenstocks.
And he's deep in the jungles of Panama and Colombia on a CIA contract.
Love seeing these origin stories. He's there to snatch a target, Vladimir Suarez, a top assassin for the FARC rebels who goes by Zukov.
And the mission is strictly capture, not kill.
Which is easier said than done in a hostile jungle. The extraction method they use it's one of my favorite pieces of Cold War tech.
Oh, the Fulton Surface Air Recovery System. The Skyhook.
That's the one. It's the thing they used in The Dark Knight, right? Where Batman gets yanked out of Hong Kong.
Exactly, but it's very real.
Yeah.
The physics of it are just wild. You put on a harness that's connected to this self-inflating balloon.
Okay.
The balloon floats up about 500 feet. Then a C-130 Hercules flies by with this V-shaped yoke on its nose. It snags the line.
And just yanks you into the air.
The line snaps tight. And you go from 0 to about 150 miles per hour in seconds.
That sounds like Whiplash City. So Cabrillo secures Suarez, the balloon goes up, but then it all goes sideways.
A firefight breaks out. During the extraction, a local hut catches fire. And Cabrillo sees a woman trapped inside, screaming for help.
And he's the only one near her.
But he's tethered to the target, and the plane is coming. It's a trolley problem in real time.
Wow. If he unhooks to save her, the target gets away, the mission fails, and maybe they all get killed anyway?
Right. If he stays hooked, he completes the mission, but watches an innocent person die.
And he chooses the mission.
He does. The plane snags him, he gets yanked into the sky with the assassin, but the last thing he sees is that hut burning. That woman's scream. It follows him.
And that's not just a prologue. It's the emotional anchor for the whole book. It establishes why he is the way he is now.
Totally. He's obsessed with his crew's safety because he refuses to fail anyone ever again.
Which brings us to the present day aboard the Oregon. And the crew, they know how to break the tension.
Oh yeah, they're throwing him a surprise birthday party in the engine room.
I laughed out loud at this scene. You have these hardened combat veterans dressed up in costumes, pirates, mad scientists.
And they actually catch him off guard. The book says he nearly pooped his pantaloons.
Which is a sentence I did not expect to read in a techno-thriller. But it humanizes them. They're not just soldiers. They're a family.
Exactly. But, of course, the party gets interrupted. They get wind of a new threat. Amador Fierro.
This guy is a piece of work. He's a Colombian drug lord, head of La Liga, but he's not your typical narco. He's a hybrid threat.
Right. He's taken his drug money and poured it into Silicon Valley. He's funding something called Project Q.
And here is where we have to geek out a little on the tech because it is fascinating and horrifying.
It really is. Project Q is an organoid computer.
I've been reading about this in the news. It sounds like science fiction, but it's real research. Instead of silicon chips, they use lab-grown human brain tissue.
Exactly. Clumps of neurons as the processor. The human brain is infinitely more energy efficient than a supercomputer.
Right, a supercomputer needs a hydroelectric dam to run.
A brain runs on a sandwich. In the book, the lead scientist, Dr. Anima Bose, she thinks she's creating the future of computing. But Fierro just wants a weapon.
A weapon that can outthink any cybersecurity system on Earth, and he's got this thing hidden on a mystery ship, the Bacton.
Which, like the Oregon, is disguised. It's supposed to be a research vessel. When the Oregon first runs into it, things get spooky.
Spooky is the right word. The Bacton's captain, this guy Stokes, uses something called spectral drone theater.
Which is just as weird as it sounds.
Yeah.
They use swarms of drones to project holograms into the mist.
It's basically a high-tech haunted house. The Oregon crew sees a ghost pirate ship and a witch floating in the air.
It's psychological warfare, just designed to freak people out so they turn around and sail away.
But the Oregon doesn't scare easily.
Not at all. They press the issue, and the Bacton drops the act. They fire AI-powered mini torpedoes.
So it goes from a ghost story to a naval battle in seconds. And while they're dodging torpedoes, there's a whole other layer of deception happening on their own ship.
Oh, we have to talk about Murph. Mark Murphy, the weapons officer. He's usually the comic relief, but he takes a heavy hit here.
He does. He had reconnected with an old friend, Lin Lin Zhang, in Thailand. She played him perfectly.
The whole "the Chinese government is hunting me" story.
So Murph, being the good guy he is, rescues her and brings her to the most secure ship on the planet.
Big mistake.
Huge. It turns out she's not running from China. She is China. A top spy for the Ministry of State Security, codename Fox Spirit.
It's a classic honeypot, but with a tech twist. When she's on board, she doesn't need to break into the server room.
Nope. She has a high-gain antenna disguised as a pen clip.
That detail got me. Just a pen on a desk, but it's powerful enough to blast data through the ship's hull to a satellite.
And she steals the data the Oregon had just intercepted about the Bacton's location.
And when she's caught, the tragedy just deepens. She commits suicide to protect her secrets. But, and this is a very modern, very chilling twist, her death doesn't stop the leak.
Right. The Chinese recovery team gets her laptop.
And they use AI to synthesize her voice from old interrogation footage.
Deep fake audio. They use her fake voice to bypass her own biometric passwords.
It's chilling. It shows that in this world, even death doesn't secure your data. So now, the Chinese Navy knows where the Bacton is.
But the Oregon has one card left to play. They're tracking a legendary hacker named Eidolon.
He's the one who stole the Project Q data in the first place, which is why everyone is chasing him. And he's hiding in the Darien Gap.
For anyone who doesn't know, the Darien Gap is the break in the Pan American Highway between Panama and Colombia.
It is 60 miles of swamp, jungle, and complete lawlessness. Arguably the most dangerous terrain on Earth.
So Cabrillo sends his best operators, Link and Raven, to get Eidolon. But they're racing against La Liga assassins.
And in a rare moment for this series, they lose.
They get there too late. Eidolon is cornered. He knows he's done for.
So he throws his hard drives into a microwave to fry them, and then gets taken out.
It looks like a total loss. But back on the Oregon, Murph and Eric Stone, the helmsman, they find a digital breadcrumb. Eidolon used steganography.
That's hiding data inside other data, right? Like a text file inside a picture of a cat.
Exactly. He hid a code in a gaming file. When they crack it, they get the coordinates for the Bacton and a deadline.
11:00 a.m., 2 days from now, that's when the AGI goes live.
So the stage is set. The Oregon races to the Pacific. But when they get there, it's not a one-on-one fight.
No, it's a three-way standoff. And this is where the tactical setup is just brilliant.
You have the Bacton trying to launch the AGI. You have the Oregon trying to stop them.
And crashing the party is the Chinese destroyer Fuzhou.
Which puts Cabrillo in a nightmare scenario. It's like a game of rock, paper, scissors with nukes.
Think about his rules of engagement. Rule 1, he can't sink the Bacton yet, because the U.S. government wants that AGI tech intact.
Okay, that makes sense.
Rule 2, he absolutely cannot fire on the Chinese destroyer.
Because if an American-backed ship sinks a Chinese warship, that's World War III.
Exactly. So he has to neutralize the Bacton, steal the tech, and avoid getting blown up by the Chinese. All without shooting back at the Chinese.
And the Chinese captain, Zhao, He is not playing by those rules. The Fuzu launches Eagle Strike missiles at the Oregon.
And we need to pause on Eagle Strike. These are hypersonic anti-ship missiles. They travel at Mach 10.
10 times the speed of sound.
To put that in perspective, a standard bullet is maybe Mach 2 or 3. This thing is moving so fast that the air in front of it turns into plasma.
Which makes them incredibly hard to shoot down.
Almost impossible. Conventional radar struggles to track them through the plasma sheath, and traditional Gatling guns can't react fast enough. A swarm of hypersonics is basically a death sentence.
So Cabrillo does something that looks completely insane.
It does.
He charges the Oregon straight at the Bactune. He plays chicken with a warship.
It's a maneuver called the bullfighter. He positions the Oregon so that the Bactune is directly between him and the Chinese ship. He uses the enemy ship as a shield.
This tricks the Bactune's automated defenses. Captain Stokes on the Bactune sees the incoming Chinese fire and thinks he's the target.
And the Bactune drops its disguise. It opens up with everything. It has railguns, missiles, lasers. It just shreds the Chinese destroyer.
The Fuzu is taken out of the fight by the Bactune. Cabrillo orchestrated the whole thing without firing a single shot at the Chinese.
It's genius. So the Chinese are down, the Bactune is exposed, Cabrillo's ready to board and grab the tech. But then
we get the final twist. The sky lights up.
A North Korean ICBM, the Firestar.
We heard about this earlier in the book, some rogue launch, but I honestly thought it was just background noise to set the geopolitical mood.
That's good writing. It seemed irrelevant until it wasn't. But the experts on the Oregon realize something's wrong. The North Koreans aren't targeting them. The missile guidance has been hacked.
Why the Guardians, right, the anti-AGI group.
Right. They realized they couldn't trust any government with Project Q. So they hacked a nuke to vaporize the board. They're hitting the reset button.
So now you have a ballistic missile coming down in seconds. Cabrillo realizes the Bactune is doomed. He can't save the ship. He can't save the crew. But he needs that code.
So he hops on a jet ski.
A jet ski. I love it. It's so Clive Cussler.
It's the only thing fast enough. He races across the water to the Bactune, grabs Dr. Bose, the creator, and a young tech who's clutching the hard drives.
And they throttle the jet ski away just as the missile hits.
The shockwave practically lifts them out of the water. The Bactune is gone, vaporized. The hardware is destroyed, but Cabrillo has the scientist and the source code.
It's a partial victory. The U.S. gets the asset, the Chinese get nothing, and the immediate threat is over.
You'd think that's where the credits roll. The crew heads to their private island. They're on the beach drinking Mai Tais.
But the book has one last gut punch waiting.
It circles all the way back to the beginning. Vladimir Suarez, the assassin Cabrillo saved in 1997.
The guy who calls himself Zukov.
He's been hunting Cabrillo for 30 years. He blames Cabrillo for his wife's death in that burning hut. He tracks them to the island, and he sets a trap.
He calls Cabrillo on a cell phone. Just seems innocent enough. I found you. That sort of thing.
But Merce is monitoring the signals. He realizes the phone's power signature is spiking. The battery's been replaced with high explosives. It's a shaped charge right next to Cabrillo's ear.
This is the moment that ties the whole theme together. Kevin Nixon, the guy who runs their magic shop, the gadget guy, he sees what's happening.
He doesn't think. He acts. He lunges at Cabrillo, grabs the phone to throw it away, but he's a fraction of a second too slow.
It explodes in his hand.
Kevin survives, but it blows his hand off. A brutal, permanent injury. But look at the symmetry. In 1997, Cabrillo couldn't save the innocent bystander.
And he's carried that guilt for decades.
Here, his friend, his innocent bystander, sacrifices a part of himself to save Cabrillo.
It validates everything Cabrillo has built. He created a crew that isn't just a unit. They love each other enough to take the hit. They actually quote that line in the book. There is no greater way to love than to give your life for your friends.
It's a powerful, emotional note to end on. It reminds us that while the technology, the organoids, the hypersonics is terrifying, the human element is what actually matters.
And it leaves us with the lingering question. I mean, we stopped Project Q this time, but the genie is out of the bottle.
Absolutely. The research is out there. If it's not Fierro, it'll be someone else. The Oregon bought the world sometime, but the era of AI warfare is definitely coming.
Well, on that cheerful note, Quantum Tempest is a ride. It's got the action, the tech, and a surprising amount of heart.
Definitely a must-read for the genre.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.